Sure, Arnab. Look, the facts are black and white that a 14-year-old, dark-skinned, lower-caste Indian boy invented email in 1978. In fact, it's not a claim. You know, here's the background. You know, I went to India when I was 7 years old, and I was an extremely ambitious kid because I came from a very poor background, and I was motivated to want to do something great for my country. At the age of 14, I'd finished up calculus, exceeded everyone in my class. Out of 4,000 kids in the United States, I was #1, and I was accepted into a special program at New York University in the Courant Institute of Mathematical Sciences, where 40 students were selected to study computer programming. I was the only Indian student selected for that. After that, I wanted to drop out of high school. My parents, as good Indian parents, freaked out, but my mother introduced me to an amazing physicist who was working at a small medical college in Newark, New Jersey, one of the poorest cities in the United States. And I was given a challenge to convert the inter-office mail system. If anyone knows what the inter-office mail system was, it was the paper-based mail system that ran every office in the world. The secretary on her desk had the inbox, the outbox, address book. She created a memo on the typewriter, to, from, subject CC, the address book, folders, and she would put this memo into a canister, and it got sent out through pneumatic tubes. This was the inter-office mail system, and that 14-year-old Indian boy converted this to the electronic version, and I named it email, E-M-A-I-L. It was the first time that term had ever been used in the English language to refer to this system, which is the email we all know and use today. Now, you got to understand, in 1978, there were no laws even to protect software. It was only in 1980 that the Computer Software Act of 1980 was passed, which amended the Copyright Act of 1976. Now, I never knew anything about this. It was only when I went to MIT, and by the way, it was on the front page that it talked about 3 kids, and one of them was an Indian kid who invented email. That was me. When I went to the president of MIT's home, he said, you know, it's unfortunate that the Supreme Court does not recognize software patents, but you should copyright it. And that's what I did. Without any lawyers, I wrote away. This was before Google. Right. And I filled out the application. I was issued the first U.S. copyright for email in 1982 on August 30th. And that's not my invention. It's an invention of the Indian people because I was an Indian citizen. Now, I never promoted this. It was only in 35 years later when my mom was dying in a suitcase. She had left everything. And all of this was accepted by the Smithsonian. And that was February 16, 2012. It was only after that did the world come to know, Arnab, that a 14-year-old boy invented email. There's no claims here. It's black and white.
Okay, now, are you ready to back your charges? By the way, ladies and gentlemen, it will be remembered to back your claims that you were hounded out of India. You are fully aware of the seriousness of the charges that you are making right now, that the UPA government hounded you out of your own country after welcoming you in 2009 as an outstanding scientist because you tried to expose corruption in the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, which is the premier industrial R&D organization in India. Now, you are ready to back up your claims tonight and be part of the debate. So, please hear him carefully, Ayyadurai.